Fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share on the air, you can give us a call at 600-KFMA at 600-5362. And Weirdo, Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets, and myself will weigh in on your F My Life situation. And if we agree your life is F, we may even hook you up with a gift certificate to somewhere. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's
First email sent to me by Shay. She wrote, in college, I once woke up in my roommate's bed. Apparently, the previous night, I sleepwalked into her room, laid on her bed, and fell asleep in the middle of her and her boyfriend getting it on. He then went around saying that he slept with both of us. F my life, Shane.
Yeah, F my life. That's a good one. That's funny.
Yeah. What do you say, weirdo?
F my life, just for the fact that he took advantage. She was literally sleeping.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm sure he didn't take advantage. He just used the opportunity for bragging rights,
Yeah.
even though. I mean, technically, he's not wrong.
No.
He's not lying.
He's not lying.
Technically. Still counts, though. Totally still counts. All right. Next up, my life email sent to me by Kylie. She said, one time my mom convinced me that she and my dad were getting divorced. I have anxiety problems, so I had a panic attack. She then laughed and said, just kidding. I wanted to see your reaction. It's the best so far. So F my life, weirdo.
Yeah.
Sadistic
wrong with
parents.
people?
You wouldn't do that to your kids?
No.
Wow. I guess you're a better parent than Kylie's mom. What do you say, Shane?
You know, why are the kids screwed up?
Right.
Yeah, that's F my life. That sucks.
For sure. All
At
right.
least 3 years of therapy.
Next up, my life email sent to me by Sam. He wrote, today my girlfriend of a year went to a wedding. She didn't invite me. She took her ex instead. I saw it all on Instagram. Oh, F my life, Shane.
Yeah, that's an F my life for sure. Your host.
Yeah, for sure. She didn't even have the courtesy of blocking you first. Come on. What about you, weirdo?
F my life, dude. I think she just broke up with you.
Yeah, pretty much so. All right, F my life all day, Sam. Next email sent to me by Ben. He said, today I caught myself yelling at the girl in the porn I was watching for looking at the camera every other second. He's a porn director. That's funny. F my life, weirdo.
Big baby. Find a different porn that you like.
All right, what do you say, Shane?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. He's like Steven Sploogberg. All right. Final F my life for the day. Sent to me anonymously. Said, today I got a text from my ex-girlfriend asking me if I wanted my old college hoodie back. I said yes and thank you. And she replied saying, well, I don't respect you, so don't contact me again. Jesus.
What?
Yes. It was a swerve. F my life. What do you say, weirdo?
F my life.
All
Got
right.
his hopes up and dashed him.
Right, Shane?
Yeah, you know, that does suck, but you should know better. You never get a hoodie back, man.
That's
Never.
true. You do never get a hoodie back. It's relationship tax.
Yep.
Keep those emails coming in, beefvegan@kfma.com. Coming up this hour, we're going to be talking about what, who was it? It was IGN. There's the best tabletop role-playing games of 2022, which I have a list from Gizmodo. They put it together. We're going to be talking about some of those games with Shane, plus play another round of Tap Out where you can win up to $100 in gift certificates to Tucson Games and Gadgets at the Tucson Mall and the Short Rest Tavern. So stick around. All that more is coming up next. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We're getting situated for Shane. It's Shane Day on the podcast broadcast. Shane from Tucson Foodies back with us. As soon as he gets all situated, he'll be popping in on the stream. And David, I see you already sad reacting on Facebook to my stream, man. Why are you sad, man? What's the sad reaction all about? We're going to be talking all things foodie here in just a moment because there's a couple things I want to go over with Shane. I'm excited about. First and foremost, Uber Eats is narking everybody out on their weird food combos. You know, don't forget to mute that. And please welcome Shane to the podcast broadcast. Welcome back, Shane.
Glad to be back. Thanks for having me again.
Yeah, of
Nice
course.
to meet you, weirdo.
Hello.
Yeah, and we're also going to be talking about Tucson Foodie has a holiday event coming up. I think it's this week. No, it's next week, next Thursday.
20th.
Yeah, and then so it's like an ugly sweater event, and then also the top 10 places to grab a slice and a drink for under $10. We're going to share that list as well from Tucson Foodie, because they're always giving you the heads up of places that you need to try out. But even more importantly, when you have like such a tight budget for the holidays, you're spending a lot of money on people.
True.
You need to find out those affordable places where you can grab some good grub. And that's what we're going to share with you as well. Because I remember when I first came down to this town, and I don't know if you know this, Shane, but I consider Phoenix a pizza town. Like Phoenix has great pizza. And it's been, other people have said that in the past as well. When I first came down to Tucson, I had a real hard time finding good pizza, good slices of pie. I could find good Mexican food all day long, but a good slice of pie was eluding me until, people were starting to give me heads up. And a lot of people here that grew up in Tucson were giving me a heads up of places where I tried, and I'm like, no, that's not good pie.
We got some new stuff too. You should know about, Beef.
New pizza places?
Yeah.
Good. Well, then, yeah, we'll talk about that.
Okay.
And here's the thing, the fat kid in me, like my glands instantly start salivating whenever I mention pizza. Like I seriously just had to take a gulp of my own saliva, and that's how fat I fucking am, man. I can't even help it. So I'll try to not get choked up while talking about this.
God, I miss pizza.
Oh, you can't eat pizza because you're allergic to the world, right?
Right, I'm allergic to gravity.
Yes. Rock 2.1 KFMA. We're live on the podcast broadcast, keeping our Shane Day moving forward. We just said goodbye to Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets. Please let us welcome a Shane from Tucson Foodie to the show. Good morning, Shane.
Hi, Beef.
Yeah, you make it really easy on me today, so I don't have to mix up names.
Just call everybody Shane.
Everybody's
Compliment.
Shane. Yeah. So since Shane from Tucson Foodie's in studio, we're going to talk about food, obviously. We got a lot of things to attack here on the podcast broadcast. Coming up next, Uber Eats is narking you out of some of the strange combinations that people have been ordering this year. Plus, Tucson Foodie has a holiday party that you want to attend, and the top 10 pizza joints in town, places to grab a slice and a Coke for under $10. All that more we're going to cover here on the podcast broadcast, but you could join us on the conversation live and unedited youtube.com/beefvegan, on Twitch, and on our Facebook page at beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 2.1 KFMA. We'll be back with those lists and more after Lincoln Parks in the end. All right. So I was kind of like all over the place there, but we're here. All right. And I got, did you see that Uber Eats list?
Nope.
Okay.
You're always hitting me with news related to food that I should know about.
Well,
journalism.
Yeah, journalism. I'm keeping keeping your finger on the pulse. And plus, I thought this would be a good opportunity when I go through this list from a foodie to say it's a yay or nay as far as something you would try or encourage people to try.
Oh, well,
yeah.
It's probably going to be a yes to everything.
Yeah. Are you that open-minded when it comes to different food items?
I pretty much will try everything.
Yeah. And when it comes to eating, I'm with that mentality as well.
I've been surprised. I had a Spam and Doritos pizza one time, and it was bomb.
A Spam and Doritos?
It was so good.
Did you eat that here or in Hawaii?
No, that was in Des Moines, Iowa, at a place called Fong's.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
So good.
And Spam is really good when prepared properly. I think a lot of things, like I grew up hating Spam because my mom would do Spam wrong somehow, right? I didn't realize how she did it wrong until I would have Hawaiian food done right, and almost like their Spam sushi rolls. And I fell in love with those, and it gave me a greater appreciation for Spam. So Spam and Doritos, I think, is the ultimate stoner combination. Like whoever created that obviously was high when they made that. Yeah, you can't not be. Which I
don't know. My dad would always swear by Spam, eggs, and rice.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, he was all ours about that.
If you're talking about affordable meals, especially, right now, when we ask people what's the most criminally overpriced item out there right now in this year, everyone said food. I had 400 comments. I had so many people just say eggs and just food in general, eggs, bread, all this stuff. One thing you could rely on is that Spam's still going to be affordable.
Spam.
Yeah. So, a lot of our diets will probably start kind of gravitating towards what is most affordable. And I think almost like an 80s diet. I think we went through this in the 80s. I felt like this, or maybe it was just my parents who were poor. But, scraping together a couple bucks to feed a larger family, you have to get creative. A lot of rice. Rice is always key, right? Get a big bag of rice. And then beets. Yeah.
No, beans.
Oh, beans. Yeah,
right.
rice and beans.
I like how you agreed with me on beets.
You're like, yeah, sure.
You're like,
That sounds
beets.
good.
Sure, dude. Beans, man. Beans.
Yes, beans. So is that what you grew up on? Did your family have money when you were growing up to where you had so what was the go-to, say, Friday night meal for your
Pasta.
family?
Yeah, no. Pasta.
Yeah.
Pasta.
Butter noodles, which is just noodles with butter.
Mm-hmm. Which is still delicious though.
Throw a
Fried
little
bologna.
Parmesan cheese on there.
Oh, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
but like the stuff that was in the dry can that you don't have to put in
That's
the
like
fridge.
partial
You're "Is this real
sawdust?"
cheese. Yeah, the sawdust stuff.
Uh-huh.
Kraft Parmesan cheese, fried bologna.
Yeah, a lot of fried bologna.
Mhm.
We did a lot of instant potatoes and like canned corn
Yep.
because I could make that in the microwave starting at like 6.
You know,
Rock on 2.1 KFMA. We're just talking, we're reminiscing about stuff we grew up on because our family's not having money. So, what was the go to food item that we would make? We talked about rice, beans, fried bologna, things like that. And the reason why is because we talked about a burrito that Shane from Tucson Foodie had, which was Spam and Doritos.
No, dude, it was pizza.
It was pizza?
Yeah.
Is Spam and Doritos pizza?
Spam and Doritos pizza from Fong's in Des Moines, Iowa. Killer.
Damn.
Way better than it sounds.
Yeah. Okay. What was the cheese they used? Mozzarella?
I can't remember.
Yeah. It couldn't have been
I don't
mozzarella.
think there was cheese.
Okay, no, yeah, I guess you got Spam
All
and
right.
Doritos on a pizza. I guess you don't need cheese.
It had like a chili sauce on it, like an orange Asian kind of sauce.
Okay, you got my
Oh,
answer.
so good.
Yeah.
They just went in the back room. They're like, all right, what's about
What do we
to
got?
expire?
What do we got?
Let's throw it all
It's been on
together.
the menu for like 30 years.
That
People
is
go
kind
there
of
for
cool
it.
though.
Yeah.
And you find that special thing that you're like, I'm going to remember this podunk thing in Des Moines, Iowa.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
and
good
put it on the
'em.
map, and it is an odd combination. And like I was saying earlier, it looks like Uber Eats just narked us out as far as what weird combinations, unexpected food combos people have ordered this year.
Mm.
And I'm gonna run through some of this stuff. And again, this is all through Uber Eats, right? So they collected the data, and this was part of a year-end list that they put. And since I have Shane from Tucson Foodie, who's very open-minded when it comes to food combinations, I'm gonna throw out some very odd combinations that people actually
ready.
ordered, and you let me know if it'd be something you'd be
If I
willing to
would
try.
eat it. I'll just say, yeah, I would eat that.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay.
we'll start off with this one: watermelon and mustard. All right.
100% I would eat that.
Why?
Because I haven't had it. Because it sounds awesome.
Okay.
I'll try it. It's different. It's unique.
Yeah.
Come
All
on.
right. Oh, well, I
You ever
like
had
that.
Mustard on pickle.
I guess with sandwiches, yes, like so that doesn't shock me, right?
Okay.
But this seems to be a trend. A lot of
Watermelon.
people are trying on social media last year, and even Lizzo did it. So
Well, if Lizzo's in, I'm in. She's cool.
Yeah.
right, all right. Let's see, peanut butter and pizza. Now, have you ever
course.
had a
I'll try
pizza
it.
that had peanut butter on it?
No, doesn't sound good. But you know what? I'm gonna try it.
I'll tell you this: if it was a Thai pizza, it will
Disagree.
work. Thai,
Oh yeah,
peanut butter, chicken, a couple peanuts or something.
I've had peanuts.
Yeah,
like with chicken on a pizza.
same difference.
So
Yeah.
Your list of what you're willing to try at least once is way different than mine.
or you're allergic to everything.
There is
true.
that.
You're just afraid. You have fear as a motivator.
Yeah.
Me too, but it's more like FOMO. I'm
Oh,
like, what if
okay.
that's amazing? I gotta try it.
I like
You
that.
know?
What about this? I feel like this is kind of like a food faux pas. Sushi and ranch. Like
No,
dipping.
No, I'm not trying that.
Yeah.
Even
we found
me,
something.
Who will put ranch on anything? You put ranch on a piece of dog crap. I might
That's
give
too
it a try.
That's like, how
But,
can we
like,
make the sushi
sushi?
more American?
Exactly. Leave it to
Should be
Americans
against
to
the
ruin
rules.
It
everything.
came from the Midwest, and we
Mhm.
know it.
100%.
Yeah. All right. This one, pizza and applesauce as a combination is what people I don't know.
Maybe on the kids menu.
Right.
I don't know.
Yep.
This is getting back. Wait, these are real things. that
These are
people
real
order?
things that Uber Eats put out as a list. These are actual orders
I
that
think
people
it was
have.
like the dad or the mom was like, "Hey, what do you guys want? I'm on the phone ordering." Or oh wait, I forgot. Uber Eats is on the when you're ordering on the phone.
Yeah.
Mm.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Yes,
That
exactly.
scenario didn't work.
Yeah, and I think these are things that they combined together somehow, some way. So here's a couple more: dark chocolate and tomato salad. So have you ever had dark chocolate in a salad?
No.
Yeah, I think that's
I'm
something that
intrigued.
might work as well.
That's something I could actually eat. So maybe I should just try it.
A little balsamic on top of that.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is true.
All right. Popcorn and pickle juice.
Oh yeah,
Okay, all day.
Killer. I just had
No.
pickle juice beer. Awesome. So good.
Where did you get this pickle juice beer?
I don't remember the brand, but it was a Tucson Hop Shop.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I think that would be good. I mean, I know I like to drink a little bit of pickle juice with my tequila, a little pickleback action. Please don't throw up into the microphone. It's so gross.
It's good for
I
you.
hate pickle juice so much.
There's people out there with sensitive stomachs. Somewhere out there, somebody dry heat for sure. All right. What about pickles and whipped cream?
Mm-mm.
No, I'll try it.
Right.
I'll try it.
That's a sweet and salty for sure. And the number one weird thing that people combined, according to Uber Eats, and I'm asking Shane from TucsonFoodie.com if he would try it. You got to be super poor, super stoned to think that this will work. I'm going to lean towards stoned. A fruit roll up and hot Cheetos.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, for sure, man. That's just like two things you accidentally put in your mouth at the same time because you're still chewing one, but you're watching a movie and you're high. So you just start eating the next thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
I just created the next big thing. Well, I mean, hot Cheetos has seriously been a food trend for the past couple of years that a lot of restaurants are incorporating just the dust. I mean, Two Hands, the Korean corn dog place being one, Thunder Bacon Burger Company uses hot bagel or hot Cheeto dust on their Thunder fries. So yeah, that's a culinary secret for sure. So fruit roll-ups, hot Cheetos. Okay, sign me up for that.
Yeah.
We have a couple more things that we'll talk about from this list when we return. What are the top 10 places in town to grab a slice and a drink for under $10, according to TucsonFoodie.com, plus other food news. So stick around or join us at youtube.com/beefvegan. Oh, clear.
Sweet, salty, and spicy.
Wait, did not play. There it is. I gave a little bit of dead air there, but just a little bit. So I still have a job. All right.
Not getting fired today.
Now, here are some fun stats to go along with Uber Eats. The most popular delivery combo was a burrito and cheese. So that sounds strange, right? The second was fries with salt. Okay. So I don't think I've ever ordered fries without salt. Other popular combos: cheeseburger with diced onions, chicken sandwich with fries, breakfast sandwich with American cheese. When you're eating a breakfast sandwich, an egg sandwich, what's your go-to cheese? American?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't go without it, right? I mean, it's somehow still the best, even though it's the worst cheese for you. Super bread, pancake sausage, yada, yada, yada.
I've ordered fries without salt because you know what the hack is?
What's the hack?
You order fries without salt to guarantee that they will be fresh. And then you ask for a little salt packet on the side.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I like that. Doing
Weirdo.
I know.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, you are a foodie.
Well, I worked in fast food as a teenager in my 20s. So
She's a foodie that
so
can't
you
eat
learned
anything.
Right.
what it's really like behind the scenes.
I know you're asking about egg
Yeah.
sandwiches. I'm like, I can't have eggs. God.
Can't have anything.
damn it.
Oh, we got a caller on the phone. Rock 1, 2.1. Who's this?
Hey, this is Nick, the Bearded Wonder.
Hey, Nick. What's up, dude? Just working, I see. All right.
Just chopping up bodies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, so I got a little a comment for that Cheetos fruit roll-up thing. It
Yeah,
was like a giant burrito full of, hot Cheetos and fruit roll-up.
true. Would you,
Burrito.
yeah. Would you eat that?
I would eat it.
Yeah, I might have to make a food challenge myself and have people on the show try the hot Cheetos fruit roll-up burrito. If you make it the size of an actual burrito and eat the whole thing, I mean, as a little snack, maybe. But as a meal, I don't know if you could eat the whole thing.
Little fruquitos.
Fajitas.
Little sriracha on there too, man.
Oh, look at you. Even throwing some hot sauce on there. See, you're hardcore. So what are you chopping up, Nick? Real
Oh,
quick
yeah.
before I let you go. What you got the power saw for?
Oh, I'm a detailer, so I'm blow drying these cars off.
Oh, nice. Right on. All right, brother. Well, yeah, if I make that fruit roll-up hot Cheetos burrito, I'll make sure to get you in studio so you can try it, all right?
Absolutely, man. I'm down.
Right on. All right, Nick, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, later.
There you go. So, yeah, it looks like a lot of people, maybe they just started a trend. Whoever, inadvertently ordered that on Uber Eats didn't know that they were going to get narked out on, turned
Right.
into,
Somebody in the chat here says it's probably a pregnant woman.
yes.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
You've been pregnant several times, weirdo. What's the weirdest thing you craved?
I'm not necessarily weird, but I mean, one pregnancy, I wanted jalapenos on everything.
Oh.
Or
Okay.
every pregnancy, the last like 3 months, I just wanted ice. I just chewed ice all day long. I was very specific about where the crushed ice came from. Yeah, I don't know what it is,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say anything necessarily like super weird.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Well, the weirdest thing now, Shane, you have what? How many kids? You got kids?
I got a
kid?
9-year-old daughter.
You have a 9-year-old.
Mm.
Did you have any sympathy cravings when your girl was pregnant?
No.
I did. Yeah,
You
I know.
did?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the thing, huh?
It was the weirdest thing. And my example, like I never growing up, like I love shellfish, but growing up, I never liked fish. I just didn't like fish. And then my girlfriend got pregnant, and all of a sudden, I'm craving fucking fish, halibut, salmon, all of it. I was getting canned fish. Like I couldn't, like for the. Like I said, I couldn't even stomach it. I couldn't stomach the smell. And next thing you know, I'm eating fish out of a bag. Like that's
Wow.
how much I crave fish. And my girlfriend, baby's mom, hated me for it
Oh.
because she couldn't stand the smell of fish.
Oh, man.
'Cause she was pregnant, so she would get nauseous, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't help but eat this. And then I ended up having a girl. It's crazy.
Wow. So do you still eat fish or?
I do. Yeah. No,
Okay.
now I love fish. I don't crave it like I was, but if I go to a restaurant and I see, a great fish meal, I'm ordering it for sure. So it's nuts. And that was the switch, the trigger that turned me into a fish eater. Before that, wouldn't even do it.
Yeah, I had a partner who had the sympathy pain. Suddenly he'd be like, my hips are hurting and this has never happened in my life. And I'm like, well, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. All right, we have a lot that we're going to cover here on the air. And next, we're going to be talking about the top 10 pizza places, which I have all set up. But I do have to hit the head. And earlier this morning, I did a morning moron that I want you guys to hear about. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Falling in reverse is on Befide and Rock 102.1 KFMS. Is now 6:17. Time for your morning moron. KFMS. All right. I always love stories about naked dudes committing assault. And I came across one this morning where I was like, oh, good. I wanted to start off my Tuesday with the naked man story committing an assault. A St. Joseph County Sheriff's deputy tried to stop a 38-year-old man on the highway after he drove away from a crash in Centerville, according to the police office. Now, instead of stopping, the man just led deputies on a chase through a town, causing property damage and hitting other cars in the process. So this guy was out of control, right? He's running over mailboxes. He's side-swiping cars. He's swerving all over the place. The guy is out of his mind. All right, and then while after doing this for a while, he lost control of his car and crashed on a private property. That's when he got out of the car and proceeded to take off all his clothes.
Well,
Now,
what else would you do in that situation?
Not do that. It would be the opposite of that. Probably keep my clothes on. And this is in Michigan, so it's cold. There's probably a lot of snow. But hood tip number one, if you're about to get beat the hell up, if you strip down to your clothes, nobody wants to touch you. I've seen plenty of YouTube videos work out this theory. So, especially if you strip down all your clothes and you're aroused, no one's going to fight you. They're just going to run the other way. Yeah. All right, so he was fully nude. And then he initially complied to verbal commands from the deputies, which is the odd part, because he's naked.
Yeah.
And they're like, put your hands up. You're like, okay. Oh, he's listening. And it's weird because he literally just got naked. So it felt like he was going to resist. And they're like, get down on your knees. He's like, all right. Okay, now he's liking this a little too much. I don't know what to do. Get the taser ready. But then, while he was listening to commands from deputies, the deputies kind of let their guard down. They got a little closer to him, and that's when the guy did it. He hit the peace officer in the face. But with what?
I don't know, Beef. What? What did he do?
No, that was a D joke, weirdo. That's all right. Now, after a brief struggle, the man was arrested and taken to a local hospital, and he was medically cleared. And of course, they didn't do a mental evaluation. They didn't need to. He got naked before he got arrested, so he was charged with a ton of different charges, including fleeing and eluding, assault of a peace officer, resisting an obstruction, and don't forget indecent exposure, all while driving with a license that was suspended. So all those reasons definitely make this dude a morning moron.
Let's talk about happier things.
I got happier a list that doesn't have to do with that real quick. I asked a common question, or I asked a question on our Facebook page. Our running question is, it goes like this. Name something that would be creepy to hear Santa whisper to you while you're sitting on his lap. All right. So this is the last word style question. And I got tons of great comments here on the Rock 1 2.1 Facebook page. Carrie wrote a little to the left. All right. So that's something that would be creepy if Santa whispered to you. Brian wrote, ever seen a grown man naked?
Yeah,
That's
an
a good one.
airplane reference right there.
Uh-huh. Let's see. Paul wrote, this isn't a candy cane in my pocket. All right. Suzanne wrote, I know how naughty you are. All right.
Oh.
Let's see. Cameron said, son, you weigh more than your mother. Get off my lap. Shelly wrote, I'm not really Santa. I'm beef vegan. That'd be creepy. We don't want that to happen. All right. Let's see. Timothy wrote, I love your mom's hot chocolate. Let's see. Oh my God. Lane wrote a goddamn novel. All right, I'm going to just try to read this through real quick since we got a minute. Lane wrote, this is something that would be creepy if Santa whispered in your ear. Do you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend, and so on and so forth, right?
Sounds like something Todd would
That's the
write.
winner.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah,
That was
that's good.
All right, see, Manny said, finally got a little meat on your bones.
That's a good one.
Yeah. See, Megan wrote, and actually a couple people wrote this. James and Megan both wrote, you smell different when you're awake. That's creepy. Something that would sound creepy if Santa whispered to you this if you're sitting on his lap. Johnny wrote, you feel that? Justin said, yeah. Justin said, I'm going to stuff your stocking so full.
No, that's not okay.
Let's see. And finally, name something that would be creepy to hear Santa whisper to you while you're sitting on his lap. Adriana wrote, Santa isn't the only one coming for Christmas. So good job on those comments, and keep those coming in, and we'll share them again tomorrow. Let's get ready for our list here. The top 10 pizza slices. I'm a slice guy. What's your favorite slice in town here, Shane?
Talking to me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go Time Market. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna go just a big old slice of cheese pizza.
Honestly, if I'm going to any place, a pizza place, especially for the first time, I'm going cheese. And it's not that I don't like the toppings. That's how I judge them
Exactly.
on how good they're gonna be.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I'll take it as is as well. So if it's room temperature, I'll eat that.
That would be a great article. Like what to try at each genre of restaurant to judge the restaurant. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah, there's a couple of like snobby things I do. Let's see. Okay, so we have obviously the cheese for that. If you're going to a Mexican food restaurant and if you want to know how legit the Mexican food restaurant is, what's the first thing you're going to try?
Oh, me? Chicken enchiladas?
Yeah, it's the chicken enchiladas, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that almost seems like a specialty item. So I don't know if I would go with chicken enchilada. I'll tell you.
Tell me how I'm wrong.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing I'm looking for. First and foremost, if it's authentic Mexican or not, and that's the color of the cheese.
Oh.
If it's white cheese, then I know that I'm in for a treat. If it's yellow cheese, I'm sus. I'm like, we'll see what you got, but I think that's kind of a telltale sign. Same question to you streamers out there. What's the thing that you're going to order to try out a restaurant for the first time? Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're asking this question on the podcast broadcast stream, because I'm talking with Shane from Tucson Foodie, and we're going to talk about pizza. So, I told him that if I'm going to a new pizza place, the thing I'm trying is a cheese slice first to judge how good their pizza is before I get into any of the toppings. And Shane said that actually is a good topic. Like, what is the go-to that you're going to order in different restaurants and styles to be able to tell how good that restaurant is? When it comes to different things, we're talking Italian food, Mexican food, whatever the case may be. And you said that if you're trying out a Mexican food restaurant for the very first time, you're trying the what?
The chicken enchiladas.
Yeah, the chicken enchiladas.
That's my test.
Yeah. So, what are you looking for in great chicken enchiladas? First off, that gives you a telltale sign that a Mexican food restaurant is going to be good.
Well, it's got all the things, right? So you want to make sure that chicken is nice and delicious and kind of juicy, but not, not dry. That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get the cheese in there, like you said earlier. Is it the right kind of cheese that a Mexican restaurant should be serving? There's usually, enchiladas are covered in sauce, so you get to try the sauce.
Yes. Yeah. The sauce is a good indicator too.
You got all the things in there.
All right, yeah. Mike wrote on the stream, I judge places on their meatball subs. So he's going to a sub place and try that meatball sub first for sure. I think that's a good tell as well. You can tell if the meatballs are homemade and how good those are, then you're going to know that the rest of the stuff is going to be quality as well. All right, but let's talk pizza, okay? Because again, our budget is stretched thin as hell with the holidays. We got to keep buying our loved ones all these different gifts, and that leaves a little bit left over for us to enjoy ourselves while we're out shopping. So what's a great cheap lunch? Pizza, right? So Tucson Foodie put together a list of the best places in town to grab a slice and a drink for under $10.
That's right.
Yeah. And we're going to share some of this. Now, I asked Shane his favorite place to grab a slice, and he said
Time Market,
which is an excellent pizza place. Surprisingly good, too, because you wouldn't necessarily expect it because it is essentially like a grocery store / eatery, which is right there off of 4th Avenue. And I think that's a good one as well. And then Time Market, of course, is on this list for the pizza in place, and one of your contributors, who's the guy who put this together?
Matt Sterner, our managing editor.
Nice. Yeah, so Matt put this together.
Matt's always hunting for deals.
Yeah, what's some of the takeaways from this list to lead people in the right direction if they're looking for a good slice of pie?
Well, you have a lot of options. That's the big takeaway here.
Yeah, that is good.
This list is $10 out the door, drink and pizza. In some cases, you can get away with 2 slices in a pizza.
Yes, and that's what I'm usually looking for.
Drink like Fiamme, for example, 2 slices and a drink, $8 out the door.
Oh, nice.
The place is great. Have you been to Fiamme?
I don't think I have been to Fiamme. Where's that located?
It's up in the foothills.
Okay, and that's New York style. Is it brick oven pizza?
Neapolitan.
Neapolitan style
pizza.
Wood fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's delicious.
Yeah. I do like some wood fire, and that's pretty fast. Let's see. I see one of our friends here, Squared Up Pizza, made the list. Have you tried Squared Up yet?
I haven't been to Squared Up. That's on my list.
Squared Up is really good, surprisingly good based off the location because it's in the mall. It's in a food court. So you're going to look at a pizza place in a food court and think Sbarro's, but Sbarro's, this is not. It is definitely East Coast inspired. The couple things that is their signature that make their pizza so good is their cup pepperoni. All right. So it's just a different style of pepperoni. And they actually use a filter on the water to make it like New York City water.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. And
I heard about that.
Yeah. No, and it's crisp. And honestly, before my daughter went vegan, I took her there and I raised the pizza snob. Trust me. We have pizza all the time, and it's probably my favorite food of all time. So she's had lots of different pizza from lots of different places. And before she went vegan, she said, hands down, this was her favorite pizza of all time. So that's a compliment there.
I got to get over there.
Yeah, you got to get there. But yes, and it is super filling too, because in a way it's kind of like Detroit style, but it's not. It's New York meets Detroit with their squared style pizza, meaning it's going to be extra dough. So if you're looking for like a carb-free diet, this is not the place. But if you're looking for more bang for your buck to be full for the next 6 hours, definitely. All right, well, what's your other favorite on this list here?
Oh, man, there's so many. I've tried almost everything. We got Arizona Pizza Company, Brooklyn Pizza. That's usually my go-to for takeout. We got Empire. The elote slice over there is amazing. I think you can get a drink and a slice there for like $4.50 or $5 out the door.
Yeah, they keep it cheap for the college kids, and that's a good drunk spot, too.
Have you been to Mario's?
I have been to Mario's.
Yeah, I love that spot. That's one of the first places I went to when I moved here.
Yeah, because
it's so cool looking.
Yes, it has that old school pizzeria, logo and cartoon character.
Here's another place I need to try. That's on the list. Paisanos.
Paisanos,
have
yes.
You been there?
Yes, Paisanos is good too. I like the atmosphere of Paisanos. So
they're on Fort Lowell, aren't they?
They're near Danny's.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to work right next door to that place. So back in the day when I could eat pizza, that was a regular. Their garlic knocks.
They have a build
Really
your
good.
own pizza slice starting at $3.99.
Nice.
Yeah, starting at $3.99. When I'm
Right.
done with it, it's gonna be $14. We're gonna go through a couple more that we missed on this list. That's TucsonFoodie.com. If you want to look at the top 10 pizza places for a slice and a drink for under $10, again, that's just TucsonFoodie.com. Coming up next, we're gonna talk about the holiday party that Tucson Foodie's throwing and more. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right, and so yeah, let's see. We had the Time Market that was there. Transplant Pizza. Oh, Transplant was another one
Mhm.
that I haven't tried yet. Have you tried it?
Yeah, I've been to Transplant. I've met here, upper crust.
Okay, and you like Transplant? Now you know the difference between styles of pizza. Obviously, this is Detroit style pizza, so you got to think Little Caesars is Detroit style pizza. What did you try at Transplant, and then what was your takeaway from it?
My takeaway is that I need to go back again.
Mhm,
I got a veggie. I got the full veggie pizza.
nice.
And it was good. But I need to go back and try some more.
Yeah. Actually, I think I might go there today now that we're talking about it.
I want to go there. I want to eat in. I want to get one of their craft beers, really nosy in or really cozy in.
Yeah, it has a nice setup. It looks
Mhm.
really good, from the road, and I think this isn't a chain, right? This is an independently owned.
Yeah, it's local.
Yeah, so it's local, but they have such a great aesthetic to it. You would think that this is a
It
national
seems-
chain.
Yeah, it does. It's true. We only write about local here, unless the occasional weird chain comes to Tucson, like I mentioned last time I was on the show.
Portillo.
But usually, if there's a listicle, if there's a roundup article, it's going to be all locally owned business.
I love that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. Well, yeah, and then there's slices here Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. A slice of cheese is $2.50, which is outrageously cheap. It's very difficult to find anything cheaper than that when it comes to a slice.
Yeah, it's got to be a loss leader for them. They just want to get you in the door so you buy beer.
Yeah, and I love that idea. So yes, be a loss leader. But is it really? Because cheese pizza and pizza in general is a very low cost food item that you could put out. That's why
These days, man, with inflation,
ah,
flour, cheese, everything costs more for restaurants.
that's true.
And these guys are holding out. They're not raising their prices yet because they love us.
Yeah, that's true. And then double pepperoni slice for $3.50. So yeah, that's a good deal. Fountain drinks are $2.95. So that's where they make up on some profit. But yeah, that's a fucking killer lunch deal. So Transplant Pizza for sure. All right, excellent list. I dig that. And this is, some of the fun stuff that we'll be able to get into with Shane from Tucson Foodie, because they're always piecing together these, great locally inspired culinary destinations. Ooh, you like how I put that together?
That should be our new tagline.
Bam!
Making it fancy.
I was thinking I was going to change it after the show to I would eat that.
Yeah, that's
Tucson
yeah.
Foodie. I would eat that.
That's a good catchphrase too. I think someone has that though.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I think that's
Trademarked.
It's so good that it's probably trademarked.
How about this? Tucson Foodie. Put that in your mouth.
I
I
tried.
thought that would be appropriate for this show.
Yes, it is on brand.
You
It's
guys
very
like that
much.
kind of stuff. Uh-huh.
Love it.
Dirty jokes.
Yes. Not as much as Weirdo loves it, but love it. I had to make sure she wasn't scowling. All right. So
Sometimes I do. Sometimes you do make me scowl. So
I know.
good thing to check in on.
Hey, where did you find Weirdo?
Found
She just, like,
Back
Weirdo.
alley
Just
somewhere.
walking around the building.
No, funny, I actually met Weirdo or saw Weirdo at the Mick Foley comedy show. So it was a wrestling show.
Yep.
Huh.
And
You were with Powers.
yeah, I was with Powers, and that I guess initially I think that's where we met. So she dug wrestling, and she was president of the Derby League that was down here. What's the name of it again?
Copper State Derby League.
So initially that was the deal. But Weirdo grew up loving this station and, represents KFMA so well and is open and honest and poly. So she has a very interesting life perspective. And I'm like, well, you got to be a part of the show for sure.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, I first came on because we recruited Powers to be our announcer, and I just came on for like that one spot to promote the league, and then you're like, bring her back, and I was like, really?
that's
All
right.
And
That's
yeah,
right.
here I am.
I'm a talent scout, Shane. That's what I do.
I see.
I find talented, passionate people and bring them together, put them in a room, light the wick, and see what happens.
Dude, that's what I do.
See, look at that, like-minded. Yeah, I like that. So, and we're gonna be pushing this holiday party. Now, you're throwing this. Is this one of your type of events that you're gonna be throwing? And is this first annual or second annual?
Dude, this was a last minute fun idea. We're taking over the Jackrabbit Lounge. We're turning it into the Jack Frost Lounge.
I like that.
We're gonna vomit Christmas decor everywhere, play Christmas music. We're gonna have a couple of sexy elf go-go dancers and
Ooh.
holiday cocktails.
Nice.
And it's just for fun.
Yeah, just for getting together, just a social vibe. Now, Jackrabbit Lounge.
Jackrabbit Lounge.
Yeah, I just turned into Elmer Fudd. Don't they have like carpet on the dance floor? Is that the place?
Well, the whole place is carpeted. True.
Yes, the whole place is carpeted. Yes, and I fucking love this. I saw my Instagram friend Skyly. She was tweeting stories about this place, and I'm looking. I'm like, where is this place? I gotta go because this just seems like a vibe.
It's a hidden gem.
It is a hidden gem, right? It has everything like you want from a dive bar. You know, it looks. It's nothing but character. Even the ceiling has tiles.
Dude, it's like real dark in there, and they've got like neon lights everywhere, and it's what's the word for it? Dark and elegant.
Yeah, dark and elegant for sure.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm bummed that you're throwing this party on a Thursday night. I get it, but I'm still
sorry.
bummed. I know. Because it's something that I would, be all about, but I'm actually working a Roadrunners game that night.
Beef, I got something else to announce on the air.
Yes,
if
please.
you don't mind.
Go for it.
And it's a should do it now or on the air.
Yeah, well, you could do it on the air.
It's a club, and I have you in mind for it. And it actually fits the theme because it's a good deal. Helps you save money on food in Tucson.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like saving money. I like being in exclusive clubs, and I like eating.
Okay, cool.
I can't tell. So yeah, we can mention that. 10 says strip club. No, not a strip club. I've been a member of that too. They revoked my card.
It's right next to the Jackrabbit Lounge. I think it's right next to Curves. Actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it right there in Grant?
Wait, isn't it the owners of Curves that originally opened that place?
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay. I worked
But
at
it's very
Curves
close
way
to
back in the
Curves.
day.
It's near Rusty Cove, south of Grant on what is that, Maine or
Oracle.
See, that's in my
Oracle.
neighborhood, and honestly, I would know of that place even more so if I was single. Because for all my single streamers out there, if you're looking for a cocktail and to meet a girl, you go to Jackrabbit. Because honestly, then who do you think is going to be a clientele there? Some of the dancers. It might be a good way to meet some dancers. I'm just saying.
Okay, Beef.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
Are you saying it would be impossible to meet a dancer at the Jackrabbit Lounge that is located next to Curves?
No, it seems probable.
Very probable. And this is a situation where you're not going to pick up on them when they're at work. You're just not.
No.
Now, if you did
You
want
hang out in
to,
the parking lot like a creeper.
you don't want to do that either, right?
No, please don't. Please don't do that.
You want the level playing field.
Uh-huh.
Now, I actually do have a tip for people who do want to attempt to pick up a dancer while they're working.
Does this apply for when you're trying to pick up a server as well?
Yeah, I mean, a server, they get a little more busy, and they can't necessarily sit down, right? Now, obviously, dancers, they're sitting down all the time, usually on your lap. But if you wanted to really attempt to pick up on a dancer and spit some game, is you pay for the lap dance, but you tell them just to sit down next to you, not to actually give a lap dance, right? Because, hey, it's like take a break. And honestly, I just want some company while I have a drink. And then you get to know them and you spit your game. You immediately separate yourself from the other creeps there, and you give the illusion that you're not trying to get laid.
This ain't
right?
gonna work. No.
It does work.
gonna be like,
Actually,
It has
it
worked.
does work, and
Really?
it has worked. Yes.
Oh, shit.
I worked at Curves in my early 20s. That we respected more when somebody was like, let me pay you for your time,
Okay.
but not necessarily, have the titties out and all that. So that was some of my best clients. I never dated them.
Nope, but you bang the shit out of them.
No.
I wasn't one of the clients, but I've been in situations in my younger days that it would work. So, yeah.
No, I never slept with any of the patrons.
Oh, well, there you go. You were one of them.
Yeah, she got that.
You got him tongue tied, weirdo. Good job. Yeah. Now you know why I sound like I sound all the time, right?
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. I love it. But
He's
yeah,
like, let's
so
go
there
back
you
to talking about
God.
food, please. Oh, God.
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it got warm. But
Oh, hey, I'm repping my friend's company. Check this out.
Oh,
You
nice.
heard of
Yeah.
WonkyTimes.com?
That's a cool shirt.
so what's Wonky Tongues? Wonky Times all about?
Well, it's a local website, and they cover weird shit like Bigfoot sightings, UFO sightings.
Oh, I love that.
WonkyTimes.com. Check it out.
Yeah, this might be my new
Run by a local dude.
source
I'm all going
of
there right
content
now.
here. Oh, I spelled Winky Times. Hold on.
Winky Times. That's different. That's just come up as autocomplete in your browser bar. Because you've been there too many times.
Yes. Well,
Okay.
luckily that website doesn't exist.
I'm
So
just gonna keep it right here the whole time.
okay. So first headline right off the bat of wonkytimes.com is this. And I'm already a fan.
Yeah.
Naked alien runs rampant and causes a scene in Montana.
It sounds like a Florida.
Yeah, it's like a
article.
Mad Lib. It's
Yeah.
100%, right? So, yeah, this is great. Making a ragmag all himself. And is he doing?
Chupacabra?
He's working hard. Chupacabra? No, it's a maned wolf. Duh, or maned wolf.
Or maned,
Maned wolf.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'll
thought
learn
it
how
said
to read that.
moaned wolf. I was like, wait, what's happening?
Well, at least you have an excuse because you're looking at it through the screen. Certain birds could brag about wingspans amongst other feathered friends, and specific snakes boast. Well, that's just the intro. Let's see a picture of this maned wolf. Oh, nope. Oh, it's blurry enough too.
Yeah.
That looks pretty scary.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, a lot of this
Looks like a hyena.
Yeah, it's a legitimate thing. Yeah, it does look like a hyena.
Oh, that's a majestic fox right there. Look at this thing.
Oh wow, yeah, that would be terrifying with the long legs.
Dude, he looks
Oh
a
my
little
God.
weird. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
There's something
No.
wrong about that.
Yeah, that's some
Which is why it's on wonkytimes.com.
There we
Yeah.
go.
maned wolf. So I guess this is a real thing, and it's walking around, but with those legs. Yeah, it's basically a wolf mated with a fox and had this ugly son of a bitch. Had to live a dissolute life. Can't run in a pack. He's not even running. He's just like, yeah, I'm ugly. I know it. I'm just gonna cross the street here. Don't mind
He's
me.
wearing knee-high socks. Yeah, the coloring on this thing.
Yeah, that's great. So yeah, Wonky Times. Well, shout out to Wonky Times. What's up, DJ Looney? Long Wongs. There's a lot of Long Wongs. There's a legendary Long Wongs in Tempe that was essentially like the heartbeat of the Tempe music scene, which was the birthplace of bands like the Gin Blossoms and Roger Klein Peacemakers or the Refreshments. So yeah, the Long Wong chain still exists in Pine Top. Actually, there's a Long Wongs there. I don't know if anyone's playing there. All right, let's talk about the party, and then you're gonna drop the club information on us, right there, Shane?
Oh, I'd love to.
Excellent. All right, let's do that. Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're hanging out with Shane from TucsonFoodie.com as we were going through the website. We want to talk about their holiday party that they're throwing real quick. And this is just a good time that you're just rallying people together with, right?
Absolutely. So we're taking the Jackrabbit Lounge, one of my favorite hidden gems here in Tucson, and we're turning it in to the Jack Frost Lounge.
Oh, I love that.
We're going to overhaul the Christmas decor. There's going to be a holiday cocktail list. There's going to be sexy elf go-go dancers. Christmas sweaters encouraged. That place is beautiful. It's dark and elegant. So it's an adult holiday bar, and it's on the 22nd.
Yeah, and that's a gem, a hidden gem that I've been meaning to try because I've been seeing it on social media a lot lately. It's all carpeted, so you got this great throwback carpet, and it just the decor, and it has a lot of personality, and it's dark. It's like one of those great personality dive bars that people really want to go out and they search for. And it seems like a gem. So you're doing a full-blown holiday party, ugly sweater style. Are you hiring the go-go dancers, or are you just expecting go-go dancers because it's next to Curves?
Well, there's going to be me, actually.
Nice, sexy elf
We're
go-go
hiring them.
dancers.
We're hiring them. Yeah, of course, we're hiring them.
I mean, that's why I was mainly telling you about it. He'd like you to be the second go-go dancer.
I know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why I'm
unfortunately,
here.
I'm already booked for the Roadrunners, so they got me dancing.
You know what also is so great about the Jackrabbit Lounge?
What's
is
that?
Their food is great. They have like an in-house, like an actual chef. This isn't just a dive bar. Their food is elevated. It's delicious.
Really?
Try the deviled eggs. Highly recommend the deviled eggs.
Oh, I love deviled eggs. So they have fancy, elegant deviled eggs, huh?
Yeah, they're really good. Everything's good.
So would you consider it somewhat fine dining, or because it's not bar food? Doesn't sound like
Elevated.
it.
Elevated bar food.
Okay.
It's approachable. It's stuff. It's got the stuff you'd expect on a bar menu, but it's elevated.
Well, give me an example of an entree that you've seen
Oh.
on there that you thought was really good.
Okay. Well, they do these like breaded cauliflower bites.
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
But they're elevated. They drizzle some kind of really sweet chili sauce on them, and they got like some kind of French crunchy onion thing on top of them. They're amazing. They're way
Nice.
better than what you might expect if you got like I don't know, jalapeno poppers or something somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. All
Yeah.
the pre-made, frozen, deep fried food that you see in a half-assed bar. So yeah, that's fantastic. So yeah, that's happening next Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday. You can get the information at TucsonFoodie.com. There was some other information you wanted to drop on me too, right?
Oh yeah, this is the thing I'm most pumped about. I mean, earlier you were talking about how eating out is getting more and more expensive.
Mhm.
I might have a potential solution for you.
Oh yeah, what's
This
that?
is something new we're launching at Tucson Foodie. I'm really excited about it. We haven't really even announced it yet. It's called the Foodie 500. It's a member-only club for the foodies of Tucson.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see the
Nice.
tab on TucsonFoodie.com.
It's there. I just put it up yesterday.
Nice.
It-
So what comes along with being a member of the Foodie 500?
All right, so check it out. It's $60 a month. You got to pay for this, okay?
Okay.
But you immediately get over $1,000 in gift cards from some of our favorite restaurants around town, like Falora, Oban, Coronet, bunch of places.
Oh, nice.
Some of these restaurants treat you like a VIP when you walk in. You flash your Foodie 500, they give you a little amuse bouche, which means like a little bite.
Oh, nice.
Maybe a special cocktail they make only for Foodie 500 folks. You get early access to purchase tickets to our Tucson Foodie Presents dinners. You get 50% off all of our festivals, and we're running 10 awesome festivals in 2023.
Oh, yes.
You get invited to our private parties that we only invite Foodie 500 members and chefs and restaurant owners to once a quarter. You get a sexy Tucson Foodie t-shirt, and you can buy another companion membership for your friend or your spouse for half off.
Wow.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So it pays to be a foodie. And this is fantastic too, because, the restaurants that you're working with are celebrating those who celebrate great culinary, givings and offerings. So they'll even treat you to some of these places to a nice little bite saying, hey, I know you want to try this, or I'm very proud of this. And since you're a foodie, tell me what you
Yeah.
think of this.
We designed this for people who love to explore, discover, adventure food around Tucson. There's a lot. Even I'm still discovering.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever be able to try everything in this town, but it's great to try. It's great as a goal to try to knock them off the list. So, yeah, this is a club that I'd be 100% into, the Foodie 500. All right, well, yeah, TucsonFoodie.com. Click on that tab, check that out. It looks like a lot of great hookups, and the festivals we haven't even begun to get into, but I am excited for 2023 for Tucson Foodie because I know they're going to throw some great events. Let's hit the reset on the FM side. We'll be back with your beef tip after these words. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
That sounds
Nice.
like something that might be a
Thanks,
good gift
No
for my
problem.
18-year-old. Because they work over at Hacienda del Sol. They did culinary arts all 4 years in high school. And they've been telling me that they've been going to like the knife
Oh, he's
fights and,
perfect.
and some of these other things that they really love this industry.
Well, there's a lot of
So-
people. I mean, this next generation just knows about great food a little bit better than previous generations
Mhm.
as we continue to find out, like, oh, there are great ways to eat. And I don't know. It seemed like we're so sheltered in the 80s and 90s
I know, dude.
with the, just the chain restaurant era.
So much good stuff now. It's a foodie revolution. Too bad we're all going to die pretty soon.
People keep saying that. What is
going
Well, this just
My
took
friend
a
Johnny
turn.
Congos is saying the same thing, and just like, Jesus, man, I'm not seeing that in my headlines anywhere. Why am I not getting that memo? Well, fuck it then. I'm gonna eat twice.
Right.
We're just like, what?
Yeah.
Right. I don't read the news. Like
didn't
that's
see
kind
that.
of like some of this stuff he'll bring up, and I'm like gloss-eyed because I'm
That's
like,
my
I don't
point.
read the news.
That's what I'm trying to say. Is every headline just is so sensational. It seems like it's the end of the world tomorrow.
Oh,
That is true.
Everything.
I know. And it is depressing. And it is the hardest thing to do, like as far as this job. When people are like, what's hard about this job? Well, two things. One, reading something horrific and then trying to put a game face on. And two, going through personal issues if you have a bad day, a terrible day, and then literally wiping that away and be like, okay, time to tell some dick jokes and
Right.
entertain the people.
Oh yeah, that's what you got to do. Mainly because no one cares about you, beef.
Yeah. Well, that's true. So yeah, you gotta be like, all right.
This isn't what's
I'd love to vent to you
This isn't
guys, but
Mark
since you
Maron.
don't give a shit,
Dance,
yeah.
monkey, dance.
Yeah, let's talk about a naked man running through the streets. Yeah, you like that? Cool. I'm dying on the inside. I'm crushed. My wife left me. My kids hate me. But this naked guy is from Florida, guys. Waka waka.
waka waka.
Yes. All right. We got beef tip coming up in like 2 minutes. I got a good beef tip here that's is actually it's informative, not informative. It's a helpful tip. What am I saying? Well, yesterday I was talking about winter penis. Have you heard about winter penis? Shane?
Winter?
Winter penis is a thing.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard of it.
No, it's an actual thing. So we discovered, we're like,
I don't have that.
What is winter penis? Well, not in the Sonoran Desert, but you lived in a lot of like snowy areas. You
true.
definitely suffered from winter penis.
Okay.
So
you're talking about George Costanza penis here.
yeah,
right?
yeah. Like it shrinks up, and a lot of people suffer from the winter penis, and it,
Mhm.
it
can ruin your confidence. Man.
Yeah, technically, it's really not good for you too, because you want to kind of have things hanging and the blood flowing, so the
air flowing
constriction
around it. Yeah.
But then we also talked about how in the wintertime you pee more, and you pee more because you sweat less, and this is a scientific fact. And I say this on the air, and it's so funny because this morning a weirdo tell me the story again.
So wasn't on, but we were listening as I was taking the kids to school, and the 13-year-old was like, that's interesting. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then immediately they came home that afternoon and was like, I Googled it at school. It is legitimate. And now I'm drinking more water, making sure that I'm urinating more because I'm not sweating. And I'm like, all right, we learned something from beef. Cool.
Exactly. So I taught him about this, and it was funny because, first it kind of doubted me. So I had to Google it, and they were shocked to find out what I was saying was actually true and backed by science. And usually, like, I check my sources to make sure if I'm saying that and it's not opinion based, that it's factual.
And we had a caller call in this morning as well, being like, "Hey, thanks for that advice."
Yes,
he even turned down a gift card.
Not even like 15 minutes later. Yes, not even 15 minutes later after she shared this story, and then we were off air and not on the stream when she shared this story. Then I had a woman call up and say, "I just wanted to thank you about telling me about winter penis and peeing more. I thought I was diabetic, but I realized I'm just not sweating. So thank you." And I'm like, "Oh, you're welcome." So
saving lives, beef.
Yeah. So there you have it. We're trying to educate here. Oh, it looks like we're back on the air. So let's do that. Oh, yes. Great show today. I'd like to thank our in-studio guests. Earlier this morning, we had Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets in studio. Don't forget about the Short Rest Tavern that's behind Tucson Games and Gadgets, located in the Tucson Mall. And, of course, there's 2 other locations, one at the Park Place Mall and now one at the outlets up north. So that's pretty cool. And I also like to thank Shane, again, but this time from TucsonFoodie.com. I promise you they're 2 different people. Check out TucsonFoodie.com to find out how to be part of the Foodie 500 or their holiday event, which is happening next Thursday. Before we leave, I'd like to give you a beef tip. And here's a trick to motivate yourself during your pep talks, okay? And the experts say that this works. So say you instead of I. A study found that people performed better when they said things like, "You can do this," instead of "I can do this." Like, and say things like, "You don't have to eat another slice of cake. You are a fat ass," instead of saying, "I am so fat." So switch you instead of I to motivate yourself, and it'll really get things done. And that's how we're going to motivate you on a Tuesday. All right. Does that make sense? You guys learn something? No one's saying anything?
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to try it.
You like it.
You can do it.
You can do it. That's all the time we have. Thank you for listening. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. It flies by.
Yeah, it does.
Psychology behind you and the eye. It's interesting. There was some like parent